Arnold is 75 years old but he still goes to the gym and does his workout. Why? Ronnie Coleman, one of the famous bodybuilders, is 60 years of age but he still goes to the gym and does those squats or the bench presses. Why? Sylvester Stallone, 76 years of age but he still goes to the gym and hits those workouts each and every day. What's the reason why these guys who are so old are still hitting the gym rather than lying onto the bed? What's the secret which they are hiding? We are going to understand the exact same secret in this video. What's up guys, welcome to another video at Movement Mechanics, and today we are going to talk about an interesting topic which is known as osteoporosis and how to prevent osteoporosis in the old age. So let's dive deep inside this topic and understand some movement mechanics. So before we understand what is osteoporosis and the ways to prevent osteoporosis, we need to understand what is a bone. Basically, bones provide the human body with structure, shape, protection and helps in movement. For example, bone is going to provide you the entire structure of the human body. The skeletal system is made with the help of the bones. Protection, when we talk about vital organs such as heart, such as brain, these vital organs are protected with the help of strong bones such as the cranium or the rib cages. Thirdly, we are going to talk about the movement. Now, when a muscle is moving, let's say you are contracting your biceps with the flexion and extension. The bicep contraction not only happens with the help of the muscle, but the bones, the bony levers are helping the bicep to contract and extend, that is flex and extend, hence causing movement in the human body. So this is the role of the bone, which is to provide shape, structure, protection and help in movement of the human body. Now secondly, as we have understood the role of the bones, now we need to understand how bones are formed. Now there is something called as fibroblasts. Now these fibroblasts secrete molecules which are known as procollagen. Now procollagen is the parent protein which synthesizes collagen at the end. Now collagen is imperative for any of the connective tissues, may it be bones, ligaments or tendons, etc. Now what is going to happen when fibroblasts are going to secrete the procollagen molecule? Now procollagen has got an extension at both of the ends, and the medial part of the procollagen is basically your collagen molecule. Once the procollagen molecule is secreted, in order to prevent the degeneration of the procollagen molecule, the extensions are there. And once the procollagen molecule is matured enough, then the osteoblast comes into the picture and secretes the collagen molecules on the outer surface, which is known as the bone periosteum. On the outer surface, the osteoblast secretes the collagen molecules, and then after a certain amount of time, the collagen molecules are mineralized into calcium, and hence new bone formation happens. Alright, what is osteoporosis? Osteoporosis is nothing but very low bone mineral density. Now, this is prevalent in old age and in women who are older than 30 years of age. There is calcium reduction in the body and hence the bone mineral density is affected. Now, when the bone mineral density becomes very low, people suffer from osteoporosis. The standard deviation of understanding how osteoporosis happens is when the bone mineral density drops by minus 2.5 of the standard deviation of the young adult mean. That means you are having osteoporosis. Now what happens in osteoporosis is, if you are going to just have a normal fall, your bones can get a severe fracture. Now, that is the severity of osteoporosis, and hence it is very prevalent in old age people. Now these guys are not training, they are sedentary people. Now they are not getting off their bed, going for walks, running or gyms, and their bone mineral density is going to get very low, and hence they suffer from osteoporosis all the time. But what is the correlationship of the first part of the video, which is Arnold, Ronnie Coleman, Sylvester Stallone and many more of these old age guys going to the gym, hitting those reps and having such a fit body? How does osteoporosis happen? How these bones lack the mineral density and why they become weak? Now the answer to this is simple. There is something called as MES, which is known as minimal essential strain. Now MES is basically the 1/10 of the forces which is required to fracture a bone. Now any resistance exercises or any movement which touches the line of the MES or goes slightly beyond the MES level is going to activate bone formation, new bone formation basically. As there is going to be wear and tear in the body, the collagen molecules are going to get secreted and new bone formation is going to occur, and eventually the bone density is going to increase. But what happens with old age people and women is that there is no resistance to the bones, and hence collagen molecule or the new bone formation is not there, and hence the bone mineral density is going to reduce over a period of time. So in order to prevent osteoporosis, the first thing you need to do is exercise, you need to train, you need to hit the gym, you need to go out to the road and run, you need to do some sort of movement which is going to reach or breach that MES threshold, and there is going to be new bone formation in the human body, and hence you can prevent osteoporosis. In order to incite the resistive forces to go beyond or near to the MES, you need to follow certain steps. First is the magnitude of the loading, which is the intensity at which you are loading the bone. Secondly, the rate at which you are loading the bone, that means the speed of the exercise you are doing. Thirdly is the volume. What is the volume? The number of repetition, number of sets. Is the volume adequate for loading the bone? And finally, it is the directions of the resistance. It can be sagittal plane, it can be frontal plane, it can be transversal plane, it can be diagonal resistance, it can be vertical resistance, horizontal resistance, many more. There are various types of resistances which are going to act onto the bone, and hence you need to load the bone from different directions. So if you follow these principles, you are going to breach or reach the MES, which is minimal essential strain, and hence you are going to incite new bone formation, and you are going to prevent osteoporosis. Now, what is the linkage of people like Ronnie Coleman, Sylvester Stallone, or Arnold doing resistance training at the old days? Now, you have understood that linkage. Why these guys train even at the age of 70s or the 60s? They want to prevent osteoporosis. They want to stay fit. They want to walk. They want to run even at that age. Hence, they hit the gyms and do those workouts. And of course, they are physically strong since their teenage or since their adulthood, because they have been bodybuilders, they have been fitness professionals, etc. Now, these guys have got sound base, and they are just maintaining that sound base even in the old days. Now, we have understood or laid the foundational base for osteoporosis, what is bone, the physiology, how bone formation happens, and what type of resistance you need to achieve in order to reach that minimal essential strain and incite new bone formation. But now comes the interesting part, which is programming. Okay, now what type of exercises you should do in order to incite that new bone formation? Should you do open chain exercises such as knee extensions, hamstring curls, or should you do closed chain exercises such as squats, bench presses, push-ups, etc.? Now, what is open chain or closed chain exercise? If you want to cover this topic, make sure you drop that in the comment section so that I can make a very interesting video on this. I would like to share my thoughts on open chain and closed chain exercise and how they are beneficial for athletes and even general population guys. So make sure you drop that in the comment section. Coming back to the topic. Now, what sort of exercises do you think are necessary? If you choose the closed chain exercises, you are right. Now, closed chain exercises are structured exercise. For example, doing a squat is a closed chain exercise in comparison to doing a knee extension. Now, both are going to target the same muscle group, which is your quadriceps. Now, while doing a squat, the resistance is going through the spine, and hence it is a structural exercise, and the impact onto the bone is going to be way more. The impact not only onto the bones but onto the muscles as well is going to be way more as compared to your knee extension. Hence, doing closed chain exercises such as the squat, bench presses, push-ups, deadlifts, etc. is going to help in new bone formation. So that was regarding the exercises. Now comes the second part, which is the intensity. Now we talked about magnitude, rate, direction, and the volume. Now first we are going to understand what should be the intensity in order to reach or breach slightly that minimal essential strain. So the intensity should be anywhere from the hypertrophic zone to your maximal strength zone, which is 67% of your 1 RM to 100% of your 1 RM. But my personal suggestion is the intensity should be anywhere from 70% to 100% of your 1 RM. Now if you are an athlete, you are going to always train close to your maximum, that is 90 or 93% of your 1 RM, not more than that. But if you are a bodybuilder or someone into powerlifting or Olympic weightlifting, you are going to always train closer to your 1 RM, which is 95% or even 100% most of the times. So you are always at a good zone when you are talking about the bone mineral density and preventing osteoporosis. But now for general population guys who are not training, who are sedentary, and they just started to gym after seeing this video and understanding why osteoporosis is so brutal or how it can ruin your old age and stuff like that, now you should start anywhere from 67% of your 1 RM. Start with low intensity and slowly increase that intensity and reach that minimal essential strain. Now initially when you are going to start, the minimal essential strain is going to be on the lower side, but as you progress slowly, and if you are consistent in the gym, that essential strain is going to go up and up, and you need to increase that intensity. Now let's talk about the volume. We have laid the foundational base for the intensities, which is 67 to 100% of your 1 RM. So the volumes has to be around those intensities itself. For example, if you are training at an intensity of 67%, that means you should have a repetition scheme of 10 to 12 reps with 3 to 4 sets. Now the set schemes are going to be common, which is going to be 3 to 5 sets. Normally I personally suggest doing 3 to 5 sets, but the repetition scheme is going to vary as the intensity is going to vary. As you are going closer to your 1 RM, the repetitions are going to drop down. Say for instance you are doing 90% of your 1 RM, that means you would be having anywhere from 4 to 5 repetitions of 3 to 5 sets. Now doing 3 to 5 sets of 5 repetitions is going to have immense amount of strain, and you are going to reach that MES and inside the new bone formation. So make sure that you are not initially, of course you want to start with lower intensities, but as you progress, make sure that you are always hitting that higher intensities mark of 85 to 90% or even above 90%, so that you reach that MES and inside new bone formation. Now thirdly, we are going to talk about the rate at which the movement is going to happen. Now if you are doing like Olympic weightlifting such as clean and jerk or snatches, do you think that it is going to inside new bone formation? The answer is of course yes. Now the resistance is going to be high, but with that higher resistance, your rate at the speed of the movement is also going to be high. Hence wear and tear is bound to happen in the bone, and that collagen deposition is going to happen, and new bone formation is going to happen when the rate of loading is on the higher side. So make sure that you are also having Olympic weightlifting or any other speed exercises workouts, which is going to increase the speed of the movement and also increase the wear and tear in the bone and deposition of collagen fibers and overall the bone mineral density. Finally comes the part of direction of the forces. Let's say you are doing a squat and the resistance is vertical. Let's say you are doing a lateral lunge or any other diagonal movement, then the resistance is going to come from the side or diagonally. So these different types of resistance are going to create wear and tear in different directions of the bone, and hence the collagen deposition is going to happen in different directions of the bone, and the overall BMD is going to increase. Now what is going to happen if you are just giving vertical resistance or horizontal resistance to the bone? That the wear and tear in the bone is going to happen in that aspect itself, which is vertical or horizontal. So you need to make sure that you have got multiplanar exercise, so that the resistance, the direction of the resistance is changed, and the bone formation or the new bone formation in different directions is happening. I'm gonna thank Arnold if I ever met him in my lifetime, because he is a motivation to everyone. At the age of 75, he's hitting that gym, doing these severe workouts, training hard and maintaining such a tremendous physique even at that age. Even Sylvester Stallone or Ronnie Coleman or many other guys who are old, but you know, hitting that gym and getting that physique in this age as well. I really want to thank these guys, that you are inspiration for many of the people, and I want normal people or even athletes even at that age want to keep training. Make sure that you are not suffering from osteoporosis or lack of bone mineral density or any other issues, so that you live a very healthy life even until you die. I know it has been a very long video, but it was imperative for me to make you guys understand what is osteoporosis and how you can prevent osteoporosis in the old age, or even for women who want to prevent osteoporosis once they turn 30. So if you have loved this video, make sure you hit the like, the share, the subscribe, as well as the notification bell icon, so that you never miss a video when I am uploading a new one. Also, if you've got any doubts or any comments or any other video suggestions which you want me to cover in the future, make sure you drop that in the comment section as well. Thank you guys for watching the video till the very end. See you in the next one.